Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity with me, Bring It On. I think we need to actually go back inside Durgan's battery. It says we need to figure out how to use the White Forge. So let's do that. Really glad I checked my quest log. I typically do that before I start recording each episode, but sometimes I forget. That was easy.
Stop, Marauder! Our bodies are dust already. Must you profane holy ground with further violence?
Flames roar and whip from within the forge. As they rise, the glow washes the room in a gory crimson light.
Did the height of our walls offend you? Did we cross your borders? Sail you weak steel? Tell us, why did you invade our fortress?
Behind the anger and through the roaring flames, you hear the voice of a tired old man. Durgan's battery has been deserted for over 200 years.
No, that cannot be. Obsidian wouldn't allow it.
The flames flicker and shudder, and the stones beneath your feet grow suddenly cold.
Wake up, Exandru! This is why Obsidian gave us the White Forge, that we might take up arms and deal with villains like this.
Heat surges once again from the forge, prickling your skin.
Such a magnificent device, and she can only see it as a tool for war. She shames our grandparents, who wandered this continent and...
Quiet, both of you! Can't you feel it? This chill. This silence.
The fires crackle and snap.
But you entered our keep and found it abandoned. Ruined. What happened to us?
His question drifts from the mouth of the White Forge, breathing you like a cloud of smoke. The stories say that you fought amongst yourselves and destroyed one another.
We fought, yes. But only with words. Ideas. Yet it was enough. Our divisions left us unprepared for what came next.
I'd never seen anything like them. Twice the size of any ogre, and positively fearless. They were...
Eyeless. Yet no matter how hard we fought, or how deep we hid, they kept coming for us.
What were they?
Some kind of magfolk, but bigger than any we knew of. We who survived never got close.
They were relentless. Unnaturally so.
Why did they attack you? They didn't stop to explain themselves, and I wondered at what monstrous wilder might survive in a place like this.
We should have taken our steel and pushed east.
What's to say they didn't come from the east? From the lands Maroon so coveted?
It was a punishment for taking this gift of Obsidian, the White Forge, and squandering it on our greed and vanity.
The other voices say nothing. They fear their doubt and dissent in the stifling heat of the forge. Go on.
We retreated until there was no place left to go. Until those of us who remained were here.
Here, with the salvation Obsidian had left us.
What was the salvation?
The White Forge. With it, our smiths pulled the souls from our bodies and preserved them in the very stones of Durgan's battery.
The dwarves never expired. Not truly.
It was agony. Feeling your soul ripped from your flesh. Feeling every part of you torn asunder. But it saved us.
Imprisoned us.
It was Obsidian's grace. Now, we inhabit the monument our people built to the White Forge.
What does this have to do with Obsidian?
The White Forge belongs to Obsidian, of course. It is here that he built his own body.
And whether he found this place or created it, it's a truly remarkable smithy.
We Pargrunin are wanderers by nature. But it was Abidan's call that led our forefathers here after generations spent along the Pearl Coast and Air Glonfath.
So the old stories say. Then again, I can't see any other reason our grandfathers would have stayed here when greener lands lay east.
How does the White Forge work?
Its fires have been blessed by Abidan. They're fed by Aora's molten heartbeat and veined with Audra that runs to the center of the world.
Which explains their conductive power. See, these Audra veins allowed us to siphon essence into steel as we shaped it.
And that essence, the extraordinary heat of the forge, and our smith's skill is what made Durgan's steel so remarkable.
I see. Now you're here, in Durgan's battery.
Stuck here, you mean? With all the others who sought to escape the Eyeless.
Is that a bad thing?
Had we thought longer on the fate that awaited us, we might have chosen a quick death to this slow agony.
Blasphemy! There's no greater honor than remaining here, watching over the White Forge.
You think so?
I only wish we could protect this humble monument better.
Or do something. Anything. We were once among the greatest smiths in the known world. Tell me, do Kith still speak of us?
Yes.
That is good to know. It's only a shame that this legacy is nothing but a memory.
The White Forge radiates gentle warmth.
Is this why you braved the restless souls of Durgan's battery? To recover the process of Durgan's steel?
I'm hunting a group called the Leaden Key, and they were seeking a way into the battery. This admission feels softening in the essence of the Pargrunin. In one moment, each stolen fragment is distinct, and in the next, they form an indistinguishable host. Perceive them as a school of fish caught in a tide, a flurry of snowflakes on the wind, a pantry full of fragrant spices.
Then I hope you're satisfied with what you found here.
No. Didn't, follow up on any leads regarding the Leaden Key.
At least you get to leave this place.
But it was good to be remembered. However briefly.
As the souls of Durgan's battery speak to you, their collective essence takes shape, much like Merwald's did. There are scores of them, all torn by conflicting purposes and trapped in the memory of their lost battle. You taste the bitterness of their uncertain existence, and feel the persistent ache of centuries. It is a slow, agonizing fate, but you find it in your power to grant them another. This is interesting. So each one of these is what one of these three want. So Maroon wants to be released. Zandru wants to defend it. And Zoltan, I think, was more focused on the forging. He's worried about their legacy. So yeah, okay. Who to accommodate? We can always release them later. Maybe giving them something to do will appease Maroon. They'll just sit here and watch the fortress. Yet bind them to the White Forge. Tend to your legacy. Remain here and lend your skills to others. Feel a plunging sensation as the energy of dozens of souls rushes toward the White Forge. It buffets you like a storm wind, and you brace yourself against it. Finally, the ether grows still again, and you feel your new power radiating from the White Forge. Sorry. You feel new power, not you feel... Yeah, misread that. It emanates a warmth that you feel in your soul, and you know that you could draw close to it without fearing the heat of its fires.
Huh?
The White Forge is now available for your use. It has the unique ability to refine Durgan iron ingots. Multiple iron ingots are required to create a single refined ingot. After refinement, these ingots can be used at any time in enchanting recipes to augment weapons, shields, and armor with Durgan steel. Now, the surface of the anvil hums with power. It's warm to the touch. Oh, that's really good. We're gonna hold off on this, though. We don't have a lot of it. Fortunately, we can't do it with our soulbound weapons.
Yeah.
That'd be a little too strong. Alright, let me just double check the quest log. So we go turn this into Renin Guild. And then it should be time to return to the Dyrwood. Spend some time re-equipping our companions.
By the time you stepped out of Durgan's battery and into the new snow outside, word had already spread of strange lights rising from the fortress, and energy crackling in the sky. The survivors of Starward flocked to Durgan's battery, their steps hastened by the promise of peace and prosperity at last. They mended their walls, gathered their strength, and prepared their town for the new opportunities that were sure to come. And with the voices of Durgan's battery silent at last, none heard the distant groan of something stirring among the peaks, as massive and relentless as an avalanche.
You completed Pillars of Eternity, The White March Part 1. Begin the next chapter of the story. Rest in any location outside of the White March. I'll probably hold off on that for right now, I think. The crumbling edge of this long platform suggests there were once stairs leading down from here, perhaps joining with the pathway some distance below. It seems a manageable jump from here, on this side, but you doubt you would be able to return the same way. Jump across. You leap, and for a dizzying moment, the ground below flashes past, and then you're across the gap, and upon the second tower.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh.
Huh?
So the dwarves of Durgan's battery did not destroy themselves after all. They fell to invaders.
Perhaps, but they seem to have left much behind.
We have discovered things thought to be lost. Their influence may yet persist.
His eyebrow perks.
But we have seen no invaders, and the battery was shut. Did they come only to destroy the dwarves, and then leave?
Well, they did say that the Eyeless, I think is what they were called, were pursuing them unnaturally. So yeah, they're probably just there to take out the doors, probably for using the White Forge.
Yeah.
Zawa is ready.
Alright. We have a fair bit of housekeeping to do once we get back to the Dyrwood. We need to turn that last quest to Lady Webb. I almost called her Madam Webb. Very close. We're also going to change up the party a little bit while I grind out the soulbound weapons that we found.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Been 200 years since folks set foot in Durgan's battery. Now you've cracked the place wide open, and with quite the display. Thanks to your help, we just might pull through. You've done a lot.
She shakes your hand. And here, I've been saving these. Some of the last gems we recovered before we had to close the mines. With any luck, buy them open again soon. She gives you a small pouch. Gemstones twinkle inside. So what happens now for Stalwart? Now, it's up to us to use this opportunity to pull ourselves back together. She folds her arms. She frowns. I'm still not pleased about having Berrigan's clan a stone's throw from our gates. I'll have to hope that your deal with her holds. The only other thing that would have helped is having Tana still with us. She knew darn near everything about mining. Real shame, but we should have known she wouldn't be with us much longer. She lowers her voice. To be honest, I didn't really think anyone could open the battery. It just gave folks something to hope for. I still don't know if the White Forge will be enough to keep us going, but at least we've got a chance. I'm glad I could help. So are we. I'm hoping you'll make use of the White Forge too, if you haven't already. She nods at you. After all, it doesn't get much better than Durgan's steel. You can forge some into your existing gear. You have a powerful set of equipment in your hands. Let's discuss something else.
What's on your mind?
That's it. Alright, we did good work. Alright, let's get out of here. Back to somewhere a little warmer.
Gelade, well done.
Yeah.
A formidable fortress in the... Too vulnerable to cannons.
Gods keep you.
Yeah.
Okay. Re-equip some of our companions. Look through the new spells for Aloth. Alright. Wait for the wind to calm down. Maybe it won't. There we go. As you sleep, you're buoyed and buffeted by the vagaries of dreams. They tumble and thrash about, and fill your mind's eye with pale, glittering motes. They resolve into a light snowfall and a biting northerly wind. You recognize the mountains of the White March rising around you, and you shiver. You see Stalwart a few miles away, quiet and still, with a few curling streams of smoke rising from the chimneys. Durgan's battery is perched above it, its shadow stretching into the valley. Above it all, you hear a deep, slow rhythm. At first, it sounds like a distant drumming, but then it grows louder, cracking through the dry air and booming from the mountain peaks. It builds until you feel it reverberating beneath your feet. Watch and listen. Each thud comes louder and faster than the next. Thunder echoes from the mountaintops as great sheets of ice and snow tumble down the slopes. But the rhythm keeps building, shattering frozen lakes like crystal saucers. New ravines split through the mountains as old chasms fill with snow and scree. The rockslide buries Stalwart. Durgan's battery is shaken into rubble. Shadows rise over the mountains, the vanguard of a massive army. You flee. You tumble from the foothills and bound across the Dyrwood, feeling the rumble of the advancing army all the while. Barricade yourself in Cadnua. Cadnua rises from the forest, its mended walls reaching out to you like a pair of strong arms. You barricade yourself within the Great Hall as the pounding grows closer still. It rattles the foundations of the Great Keep, and just as the masonry begins shaking loose, you hear an unholy battle cry coming from your courtyard. The ceiling collapses and sends a cascade of bricks and beams onto your head. You struggle to wakefulness, kicking at the bedding knotted around your legs. As you shake free of the last bonds of sleep, you hear a voice whisper something in a language you've never heard, and you see an image of 100 shifting, staring eyes. You awaken, feverishly warm and covered in sweat. Alright, we'll deal with that later, but for now, we can swap out some companions and see about grinding out some soulbound weapons. I also need to go make a purchase while I'm thinking about it. But that may not be until next episode.
Last thing the Dyrwood needs is an...
Also, before I forget... I'm thinking about taking everything off of these companions, but I may not. I do think Durance needs these robes. Alright, so she's staying in the party while we grind out Night Shroud. Palagina will sit on the bench for a little bit. Zawa's gone, and Manea's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the initial plan was to unequip them, so I had more stuff to sift through for the other companions.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I think we'll be fine without.
Very well.
Actually, this might be all we need for right now. Adair will be coming back, as will Grieving Mother, so when we're done grinding out the bow for Sagani, Grieving Mother will come back. Oh, Haravius. We need Haravius.
Cores.
Oh, we also need to level
Sure.
everybody up. We'll get there. One thing at a time. Put him on this side.
Huh?
Ready,
Right, first things first, equipment. Got a bow for her. Actually fine with that. We don't need to swap that out. That's fine. She doesn't have a ring. Or boots. I don't think she has a constitution bonus yet. Correct. A little stronger there. What do I do with the bow? I do 250 shock damage to enemies with Stormcaller to unlock the next level. Very straightforward. I like her using the spear. I think I'm giving her the axe, but this is fine. We need to focus on this for him. It shouldn't be too hard. We're back in the Dyrwood. 25 enemies, not a big deal. I mean, 5 would be better. 5 blights, but I guess whatever we come across first. He doesn't have gloves either. What do we got? +2 might. Does he have a bonus to might yet? No, he actually has a -1. Fantastic. That'll boost the damage of his spells. He's equipped elsewhere. Not really worried about. Do we have anything? We could give this to him. He already has Rot Skulls as a spell. Why not? Alright, then for Aloth, do we have anything new and better for him? 5 accuracy? I do better than that. Yeah, we can do +3 accuracy. Yeah, I guess not right now. Oh, here we go. In fact... Oh, what's more valuable? That's plus 18%. How much does he lose if he swaps this out? We lost 6%. This is what, 10? Alright, so that's more valuable. Now what does she have? Yeah. Okay, we have that new spellbook for Aloth. We actually have a few new spellbooks we should probably look at, just to be safe. Alright, so Sin's Grimoire is new stuff. I might go through this next episode, just because it's going to be a lot to read. And we know that there's new stuff here. Okay, cool. Let's go to Anslog's Compass real quick. And make a purchase there.
Sure.
Alright, let's go and buy this, all these soulbound items as well. I'm gonna give this to Adair because I think Ruffian uses the club. And then this. Got the money for it, so why not? And this gives us Firebrand, 3 per rest, which is a great sword. Now that I've started using great swords and I focus on burn damage, I'm going to use this. See how effective it is, along with St. Edwin's Redeemer. There's only so many castings of this. They only last for 30 seconds apiece. I can't fully rely on it, but I can swap between that and St. Edwin's Redeemer as necessary. That's better than this. Take 100 damage from ranged enemies to unlock the next level. I think we can deal with that. And then, nobody specializes in arbalists yet? I think he does. No.
Right here.
Ready, Watcher.
Yeah. Huh.
There we go. I like that. Alright. Okay, next episode we have more housekeeping to take care of. We have to get through all those spells for Aloth. I'll probably go back to Cadnua and see about equipping the new Soulbound items on Adair and I think Kana. No, Kana's an adventurer, right? Do we have an adventurer yet? I don't think we have an adventurer in our party. Yes, I'm pretty sure Arbalest goes to advent. Nope. I was wrong. It's not soldier, right? It's crossbow. Oh, it is soldier. Okay, so we might give that to Pelagina. Just until it's maxed out. Or until we find a Soulbound Pike, if they even have one. We'll see. We have a lot to do. But for now, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.